everyone, it's Theresa and I've got a really fun video. Don't get mad at me, it's Christmas, it's a little early, but you're gonna love it. I am absolutely sure of it, and it is part of a collab which I'm gonna tell you about a little bit later on. So I'm starting off with these little wood pallety things. I believe I got them for like $1.50. They say T-Rex. They're not going to be T-Rex. And I've got some designs that I got off of Creative Fabrica. I've already gone through and weeded them, and I messed up one of them, so you won't see it. But you do see this hot chocolate one. I had such a hard time with the other one. I'd like just gotten finished with it, and it just did not work. But I did sand down the little wood palette part and did a quick coat of some Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the color white? No, linen white. There we go. And what I'm doing right now, I've already put down my vinyl, obviously, is I'm putting down some painter's tape on all of those little details that's really close to the lettering, because I'm going to do that in a different color. I actually mixed the color Crimson from Waverly along with a little bit of the black colored paint from Waverly and made this really pretty dark red, almost kind of like a burgundy direction color. It looks way more burgundy here, but once it's done and dry and all that, it feels like it's a lot more of like a deep red. And I'm just taking this teeny tiny little foam blotter. I got a whole pack of them on Amazon. If I remember correctly, I will add it to my Amazon storefront below. It is absolutely the perfect size when you're in a lot of detail. Like, these are obviously very close to all of the other little parts. If you're doing them different colors like I am, I wanted to kind of obviously not, mess up and get it colored the wrong color. But they are absolutely perfect for this. I do use these little guys in quite a bit of the video. And I'm going over just the hot cocoa part because that was really what I wanted to stand out. And you guys are going to love the way it looks. At least I love the way it looks. And I'm going to show you now. I'm going to go in with just the black, and I'm going to basically do all of the rest. If you mess up on any little spots and you get the wrong color on it, just go over it with the other one. These are both pretty dark colors. Obviously, I would have had a much harder time if they were white. But my wood is white, and I did also distress it down after I did the white paint. I did go ahead and actually do a bit of sanding, and then I actually cleared it with a just matte white spray paint, because I have had some problems with being able to get the actual thing to stick, the actual vinyl to stick when it's all, sandy. Now I'm going to do the other board. I have two of the boards, same size. I'm going to do the other one in a Chalk Couture transfer, mostly because I messed up on the other vinyl. I ended up sticking it to itself in the process of trying to take it off of the backer. We're not going to talk about it. I'm a little sad because it was really cute, but I was not about to weed it again. So Chalk Couture to the rescue. This one is from a large pack that has many different seasons. Not many, it has 4. It has like 2 that has like a Christmas, a fall, a Halloween, and a winter. So obviously I'm using the Christmas one, and I am going in with this gorgeous sparkly green. I believe it is called Shimmer Spruce, and I'm just going to do the entire thing. Originally I was like, well, maybe I should do the bow in like a red and make it pop, but then I got lazy and changed my mind. These are a lot faster of a process than doing the vinyl and everything like that. And a lot of these projects today, actually I believe all of these projects today, are to go to the shop that I'm selling at over in Oviedo, Florida. If you're local to Orlando or Oviedo, there is a really cute shop I'd love to tell you about. Leave a comment. But I messed up. I ended up must not have actually done a really good seal on the little bow, so I'm just going to touch it up. This little tool here comes directly from Chalk Couture as well, but you can most definitely get away with using either a Q-tip, or I think this little spongy applicator kind of thing on the end is a lot like what you would get on like your eyebrow or your eyeliner. Here's the 2 projects though, side by side. I think they turned out so darling, so gorgeous. I just absolutely love them. They're already over at the shop. I don't think they're out for sale yet. Oh, and I added a little bow and of course some wax. All right, on to the next one. It is a piece of probably like 1/2 inch or so thick live edge board that I actually just got from Joann's. It was on clearance, so I was like, let's go for it. And again, I've got some vinyl that I've cut out with my Cricut, and this is of course milk and cookie tray, How do you not have a milk and cookie tray, right? For Christmas. How do you not have one? I'm going to take some torch paste and I'm going to use a rather large little spongy applicator, and I'm going to cover all of the opening areas with that torch paste, just like you would if it was paint. I decided, you know what, I probably should cover up a little spot. And I'm going to go through the whole thing just like you normally would with paint, like I said. And once you let it dry completely, that's another important thing. You want to let this dry before you peel it back, but be forewarned, you're going to get little flakes of the dried torch paste. Just brush them off, it'll be fine. I always, like, once I'm done and peel it back, I brush off my board to make sure I don't have tons of those little flakes. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a fairly strong heat gun. This is more of like your garage style ones, not necessarily your crafting ones. I'm sorry, the camera is moving all around. And I'm basically just torching it directly on to the board. It's burning the wood only where the paste was, and I actually ended up having a lot less saturation on the little milk part, and I think it looks really cool and really vintage, and I love the way this one turned out. I did do some burning onto the wood, and I added some little feet off camera. It's just gluing them onto the bottom. I think it turned out really cute though. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So today is a part of What Would You Make? And it is an open invite that is done every month. And the host is OK at Home DIY and Connie's Creative Creations. And I am their guest host this month. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And leave me a comment on what your favorite project is. I would love to know. So now I have a whole bundle of these wood slices. I went ahead and already did some coats of paint. I believe I did some white, some green, and some black. Any old chalk paint pretty much will work. And I'm taking this Chalk Couture transfer and I fuzzed it first. That kind of gets rid of some of the stick to it. And then I'm applying it right on to the paint. Sometimes you'll want to apply a surface wax. Sometimes you don't have to. I was running the gambit today. I decided not to, and I'm taking one of their new colors. This is, I believe, the color Forest, and it is this beautiful, like, hunter green, forest green maybe, color, and it is absolutely breathtaking color if you're into green. If you like that really deep green, this is just perfect for it. So now you'll see it's a little bit hesitant to peel off. This is one of the older transfers, so it's got a ton more stick than some of the other ones, but it ends up looking absolutely gorgeous. This really pretty detailed pine cone, and it's just beautiful. I'm going to do another Chalk Couture transfer. This one super fast. This is from like the Christmas minis. They're so adorable, so good for Christmas ornaments. You'll probably see them in more videos to come. This one I'm doing in just this really pretty shimmer gold color, and I believe it is, actually, is it a gold? It might be another color. If I recall, I will try to list them all below for you. And I've got all of them listed, actually available in a link down below. If you're interested in shopping some Chalk Couture stuff, I highly recommend them. If you resell stuff, if you make stuff for like craft fairs, or if you're selling at a shop, they're so quick and easy, and I'm more than happy to give you any tips or tricks that I have if you're interested. Now I have another one that I cut on my machine, and then I'm just, of course, applying the vinyl, and I'm peeling back the actual transfer tape, and I'm going to add these little leafy things. They were actually on the sides of this design, but they didn't really fit, so just cut them off, and I'm going to put them somewhere else. I got all of these the wording part designs. I believe I got all of them off of Creative Fabrica. I'll have the link for you below if you want to check it out. If you're making a lot of stuff for Christmas, I'd recommend taking a look at it. I have a link below for, I think the deal is like $1 for your first month. Go in, sign up, download like everything that you may potentially want, and just make sure you cancel it before the end of the month, or they're going to charge you for the full priced subscription. So that's my little tip for you for the day. And I think it's so fun, especially if you are creating a lot of things for Christmas or planning on selling things for Christmas. I think it's a good time to kind of get in on that deal. And what I'm doing right now that is off camera, my apologies, I'm just taping up that edge of that little Christmas wishes part because it was obviously really close to the white and I didn't want to go over it. And I'm going in just with the same thing, kind of blotting all over the actual stencil that I've created. A tip I would say, because I did not do this and I wish I had sanded it down a little bit before applying everything because it did have a little bit of bleeding, especially on the white ones. Now I have yet another wood slice that's going to be an ornament and another Chalk Couture transfer. And this time I'm taking the torch paste and I am just squeegeeing it through that silk screen. And it's going to create a really cool, intricate, like wood burn. That's one thing that I like about these silk screens. I highly recommend investing in some that you like, whether it be Chalk Couture or whether it be another company that makes them, the less expensive companies that make them. If you're a maker, they're super fast and super easy. And I'm sorry the camera keeps moving around. I'm holding my phone. I didn't feel like dragging my tripod outside. So same idea on here that I'm using the heat gun on to really just torch up that wood. And this one I do end up getting the edges of the wood slice and some of the, the rest of the wood slice that isn't, with the torch paste on it. And I think it ends up looking pretty cool though. I really like the way it turns out. Don't mind that messy patio. But here's all of the ones that I ended up making. I think they turned out so darn cute. I'm going to take, I've already taken these over to the shop too. They haven't set up Christmas stuff yet, but I think these are going to be really, really cute little additions to pretty much anything. I know, guys, more Chalk Couture. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm making stuff in, quick fashion. There's always other options out there. You can use other kinds of stencils, make stuff on your Cricut, use stickers, handwrite it. Oh my gosh, if you can handwrite like this, let me tell you what, my handwriting never looks this nice. And all I'm doing on this one is just kind of getting everything all lined up the way I want it on this really cute little like rough box framey kind of thing. I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby. I don't know. It's been in my stash for a while, so don't quote me on the exact location of where I picked it up. It may have been Michael's. It's possible. Anyways, I'm going through with just some of the black paste from Chalk Couture again. And this one, of course, says I run on coffee and Christmas cheer. This transfer is really cute because you can swap out the coffee for hot cocoa. But I was like, you know what? Coffee is where it's at. They just came out with the cutest hot cocoa transfer. You're going to be seeing it because I bought it and I love it and it's adorable. You're definitely going to see me make like a whole hot cocoa bar situation. And here is a little part of this little transfer that comes as well. It's just a little cup of either coffee or hot cocoa, whatever your heart's desire is. And it was just a cute little addition on to the bottom of the sign. And then it also comes with these little greenery bits, and I'm going to do that in the same forest color that I did before. And then this sign will pretty much be done. All of these I just did a really quick spritz of some spray, like clear acrylic, or you can use a clear matte spray paint. They are all going to work just fine to seal it in. Obviously, you want to do that after everything has dried, but peel it back and there you go. Cute as can be. I think that was adorable as well. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Are you a hot cocoa person when it gets cold, or are you a coffee person still when it gets cold? I'll be honest, coffee, I mean, it doesn't get that cold here in Florida, but coffee is my definite go-to. On to our next one. I believe this is my last one. I'm going to make 3 of these little box frame, shelf sitters. That's what we're going to call them. And I'm going to remove all of this stuff. Now this one, it does come from Michael's. They are, I want to say like 99 cents or $1 or something pretty minimal, I will say. And I broke my little weeding tool. Thankfully I have an extra one. But you definitely want to get all of those bits of metal all out the back side of them. And I also would recommend that little staple remover that you keep seeing me kind of going back and forth between. It's very handy. It is also from Amazon. I will try to remember to add that to my list as well. And after I've gotten them all removed, I am going to go in with some of this Starbond adhesive, and it is going to fill the holes for me too. I do not have wood filler right now, so I'm using the black one because I'm going to paint it in black. And it's going to fill those holes pretty nice and quickly. You can, of course, also choose to use a wood filler. It sands a little bit easier. I did end up trying to sand it down some because there is a little bit of like a bevel from it. And so I would recommend wood filler if you have it. I did not. And now that they're all nice and black, I'm going to go in with some of the surface wax to try to avoid getting any bleeding or anything like that. The surface wax is just kind of a good add-on when you're using it on like a rougher wood or maybe a not so smooth paint job, which is pretty much what these are. You can also avoid having to use it if you sand it down. I did not sand it down. So I'm going to add that on here, and then that way I can apply yet again another Chacator transfer. But these ones are so cute. And I figure, you know what? These are pretty budget friendly in the fact that you can reuse them many times. And then even once they lose their stick, you can get an actual like stencil spray that is going to make it stick. So keep that in mind. Again, if you are making things for craft fairs, or just you have like maybe 38 cousins, I don't know, and you need a gift for all of them, you can like really pump them out with these. So this one was super cute. I had to pick. This was probably one of the hardest things about this project, was picking which of those three ones I was going to do, because there were 6 to pick from, and I really could only eliminate one off the bat, and I was like, dang it. What would I want to do? What would everybody enjoy seeing or potentially buying? Because these are for sale at my little shop. Not my shop, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm doing this one with the reindeer feed in just the bright white paste, and I will show you here in a moment. I think I slow it down for each and every one of them to do the peel. And you see here, oh, nope, there's a little spot. There's the peel. And I'm going to just plop it down. I do it like the paint side, the pasted side down. That way I don't end up sticking it to anything. And now this one is in the color Dune. It is kind of like a vanilla kind of color, vanilla-ish color. And we're just going to slide all of that through the silk screen just like before. And I'm going to just wipe off any of the excess, because why not save it? Because there's no reason you can't. I like that one. It's like very old-fashioned-y barn bed and breakfast. Same thing with this one. This one is, oh, I can't remember the name of this one. I'm so sorry. I cannot. Plum. Is it plum? No, it's not plum. Plum's purple. I don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. It's like a much more like burgundy, deeper kind of red color, which turns out really pretty color on top of the black. And when I end up finishing with these projects, I do end up adding some dark wax to them as well, just to add a little bit more of a rustic touch. I think it just adds a little something to it. And not much though, just a little bit. And here's how they turned out though. Again, I think they turned out super cute. Hopefully other people believe that they are cute as well. You have to tell me which of these 3 is your favorite. And here is the whole collection, if you will. I think I just love the traditional Christmas feel a lot of these give off. Some of them are a little bit more on the farmhouse side. Some of them are a little more on the traditional side. I think they just turned out super cute. You guys will have to let me know, what kind of color schemes are you looking to do this Christmas? Are you doing traditional? Are you doing neutrals? Are you doing I don't know, like non-traditional colors? I'm really curious to know. Leave it in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and I hope that you'll go check out the playlist. It'll be listed for you below, along with the channels of both of the hosts. And I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.